Hello travelers, welcome aboard the Monster Train. Today we're going to do this daily challenge and talk about cheaters. 23 Cruel is absolutely a cheater. Took 20 minutes without any restarts to get 60,255. I'm gonna play a run and try and defeat his score. And actually I might not be able to do it without any retries, by the way. That is how ridiculously strong it is. And if you look at his deck is super weird. He only has like Consumer of Crowns with no extra upgrades on it. The main idea of the deck is going to be to use to sacrifice imps to deal damage with Consumer of Crowns, and to have this Bloodthirsty Blade grafted on him that we can then use to win. Now, there are many supporting spells that we might find along the way, but as you can see, they didn't get any. They didn't get any. So this is how optimized that run is, and we're gonna go and play it to show how optimized it is. So we start with a pretty lackluster lineup that doesn't give us any great chance at winning a 3-turn boss rush against the first boss. So first thing we are going to do here is to not take an artifact here to get the 25 extra gold. Here it is really important to take the Crypt Call. If we take the Burnout, it's not going to last long enough to get to the final boss. Now we could actually cycle through the deck and play it against this final boss, but it's not going to allow us to get a 3-turn boss rush. And the Crypt Call is going to be essential to get an 8-turn boss rush against the Flesh Weaver. So we take that. We now go to battle. And this battle is not easy. There's many kind of tough calls to make. So we have to put a Shield Steward at the bottom and Shield Steward at the top. And because we know we cannot do any 3-turn boss rush, we're going to have this floor being the killing floor. So here it starts with this Fallen Champion. We want to do as much damage to it as we can. So we put Queen's Impling and we put a Dreg. And we put it in the front to make sure he dies. These two units are going to be important in the end when we get to the final boss. Then we can Crypt Call. Now here the problem is this Collector. We want to get the Collector, but this Forsaken is in the way. So with the Queen's Impling we could kill it. Because this only has 23 health left, 10 and 15 is going to be enough, but we still need something to deal with the Collector, so we play the Queen's Impling in the back. Played anywhere else, we don't get the Collector. It is tempting to go and Crypt Call, but we are not going to, because I want to keep those two things in the consume pile for the end boss. Here we just skip, end the turn. And now in this final wave, we do Crypt Call. And I want to put this Impling here in the front. Because it has Burnout, so it's only going to last 1 turn, so might as well let it get killed by the by Yorl. Its role is mostly going to be to kill the Forsaken. And we have this Burnout 3 Drag here, which can be played. I should have played it behind the Shield Steward, by the way. I hope this was not a deadly mistake, because we only deal 84 damage to him. But no, it's good. It's fine. We have enough damage to finish him. Okay, good. So 2-turn boss rush, it's maximum number of points we can do here. Here it's tempting to take Molded, but we are not going to. And a fun thing is that in his best optimized run, he took Welder Helper. I have no idea why. And I'm not going to take it, because this might make a little bit of a difference. Now here, if you don't go right, you cannot get the max score, because this is the win condition, Consumer of Crowns. In here, we're just gonna get a Frenzy Stone on it, and that's all. We'll leave. We don't re-roll anything because we want to maximize the gold. Let's go. And this fight is an easy one. It's gonna be the fastest fight in this video. Because the others are gonna be a bit longer. For a reason that you'll understand soon. So here we can just skip. Press F. F is the hotkey. And because we have so much armor from the Steel Worker, this is an easy one. We skip. We don't want any of that. And here I'm going to take the Fledgling Imp. Now, we don't want to go to Merchant Magic because it's useless. We don't have any spells that we want to upgrade at all. So let's go here. We take the Celestial Alcove. But we are just going to skip it. Because it's going to give an Entropic Crystal. But we don't have really any spell that is going to benefit from it. So let's go. Merchant of Arms. The most important shop here. Bloodthirsty Blade is what we want to take. And we want it to be deployable. This is going to be important because it manipulates the RNG we are going to get for the next fight. If we do not take it, there is no way to set up a turn 8 killing floor with the deck we have. So here we play Consumer of Crowns up the top. We give him Bloodthirsty Blade. We play Rector Flicker and the Steel Worker, and we don't want to play any of the Shield Stewards. If we do, we will not get a good starting hand. And now we get Fledgling Imp and the Welder Helper as our starting hand. And now it's a bit tricky. We have to play a Dreg here in the front. We want that Dreg to have as much damage as we can. Then we play the Fledgling Imp. We sack it. We play the Welder Helper. We sack it. We go Crypt Call, and this is why it was so important to have Crypt Call for this 8-turn boss rush to even be possible. There we go. And here, he's still not dead, but we play a Dreg here. Now he is dead because that was his last bit of mass. So these two Dregs get rid of the mass, and we get 2 full hits in his face. And for that turn. Okay, Transcend Imp, absolutely brilliant. And we skip here, don't need any more units. Here, I want to go Limbo's Solace. We want to draw more cards to have more imps. Here it is tempting to go Empyrean Well, and there's actually a Smidge Stone here in the Merchant of Steel, but no. There is something super important in that Merchant of Trinkets that we are gonna get. We keep getting Crypt Call here, and then in the Merchant of Trinkets, we want to reroll to get Purified Soul, allowing us to kind of not have to worry about mana at all. About Ember at all, I mean. Okay, we leave, so that's all we wanted. In the Celestial Alcove here, we also get a very interesting event, which allows us to graft the weapon. So we graft an equipment from the deck on a unit, and we're going to graft on the Bloodthirsty Blade. This is going to be our last Celestial Alcove. Let's go. Let's not forget to add the challenge. And now, because we have this blade, we are actually going to have to try and optimize things as much as we can. So let's play the Transcendent here. Kill it. Kill it. Because every time we sacrifice something, we actually slay a unit. And so we actually get to buff our weapon. So end the turn. This is why these fights are gonna take longer, because We want to go through those moves to upgrade this as much as possible. Okay, I'm gonna Crypt Call here. So I want to do this and this. Transcendent, Queen's Impling, boom, boom, and the turn. So I'm gonna go here first, Crypt Call. Okay, this is fine. So Queen's Impling, Queen's Impling, Warlord's Tithe, Warlord's Tithe, Welder Helper, Queen's Impling, boom, and boom. Go. Boom. Boom. And finally, our deck is super empty now, so... Uh-huh. No, 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 no. I don't want you to kill all of that. All those 16 damage. Boom. Slay. And end the turn. There we go. We maximized everything once again. Don't take any of that. Imp in a box. Now they did not take Imp in a box, which is so weird to me. And I think it's actually better to play the Imp in the box. We are gonna make more money with that. Now, this Celestial Alcove here, what's in it again? Oh yeah, it's important. We need to go here. We go to the Merchant of Steel. We don't take anything. We'll leave. There's nothing interesting even if we reroll. The artifact we get here, we can get Departure Manifest, which allows us to have some imps early on, and so have more imps in our starting hand in the first turn, which is the reason why we take it. It's a bit counterintuitive, but and here this is going to be a very important source of gold, the Quelling Catcher. Let's take it. Now we get 100 gold after every battle. Let's go to battle. So our hand is full, as is kind of expected. So this is not the end boss, right? So we just go Consumer of Crowns. I'm gonna play Welder Helper and the Queen's Impling, and Rector Flicker, and a Shield Steward, and a Steel Worker, and a Shield Steward, and end the turn. And see, this Imp in the box is going to give us a lot more slays as well. So I don't understand why they did not take it. And I think it was a bad call from them. Okay, so Transcend Imp doesn't kill that, so that's fine. I'm gonna Warlord's Tithe here, and then play this. There we go. Slay, slay, boom, boom, slay, slay, boom, slay, and end the turn. Transcend Imp is always a bit risky. If we get it here. Okay, we don't get it here. That's cool. slaying. We're slaying in the morning, we're slaying at night, slaying in the afternoon, and we feel alright. No! This kills it, right? Yes. It's okay though. Queen's Impling does not kill it. Do that. Transcend Imp. Warlord's Tight. And end the turn. Boom. Slide. Okay. Sacred Wicks. Once again, I like Sacred Wicks. I'm gonna take it. It's not for the 10 gold. I don't think the 10 gold is going to matter here. And I think they actually mean more gold overall. So here... there's a very good artifact here. So we have to go here. Absolutely, 100%. Celestial Alcove does not matter much. But this Memorial Fund here gains 5 gold when we kill a unit. That's absolutely great. Now here, we are offered Hef's Hammer, but really we don't want that. This is on the first floor. Doesn't really matter. And Hef's Hammer is not going to do anything except take space in our deck. So, do I have any spells that cost anything? No. I still think it is... Unfortunately, we don't get any gold for that, so I'm just going to go with the Boiler Room on the first floor. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. What mattered was the Merchant of Trinkets. So, Kale. Consumer Crowns. Let's put them here. We start off with 2 Imps. And then once again, Shield Steward, Steelworker. And I put the Steelworker in the bottom. And put the Rector here. Because look at that. I get to kill so many things now. So I don't want this Transcend Imp to do too much stuff. I want to be a slow killer here. So let's go Queen's Impling. Let's not do too much damage too quickly. Let's play the Welder Helper. Let's now Imp in a Box. The Fire Chomper. Let's go. Let's go Sacred Wicks. Fire Chomper doesn't do any damage. Unfortunately, now it's going to be over. We don't want any of that. And I want Limbo Solace. I think it's better. In their run, the best player took the extra smidges. Now here, I'm just gonna go left to get the Forgotten Booms because it's extra gold. That's the only reason why I'm going there. That and the Unstable Vortex, which allows us to remove some dregs. We don't like the dregs. Merchant of Magic here. I think if we reroll, we get an intrinsic, which is cool, but I don't want it. I can manipulate my starting hand in a different way. So here we want to be on the bottom. Once again, Steelworker, Rector, Steward, Steward. Welder, Impling, end the turn. Boom. Boom. This and that. Boom. And boom. This and that. Boom. And boom. This and that. And it's so much extra gold. So much extra gold. Imp in a box. That's also gold. It's not the most exciting, but it is what it is. I don't want to play that. Yes, I can. Okay. Might as well play it right away. Encrypt call. First the Queen's Impling, otherwise we're gonna kill everything. And now this and that. So I think if I play a Dreg now, it will burn out, and so it's gonna get me one extra kill before the end. Yeah, it's gonna get consumed. So that's cool. Let's play that. Now it got consumed, and I get to draw 2 more. But they won't die though, so it's not gonna matter. No, I drew into a Dreg. Are you kidding me? Ah, I tried to optimize things, and there's my reward. Huh. But then I can play these guys, and they're gonna die because of this Ragewing Assassin. I still get more gold. Yay. But I would have gotten that anyways. That was 10 more gold. Now once again here I could go right, take the Empyrean Well, and also take the Unstable Vortex, but my goal is to have the most gold in the end, because I know my win condition is set. I can have a turn 1 kill. Nothing interesting here, nothing interesting there, though there is another multi-strike, but we don't need it. So we have 2,440 gold. And a decent start as well. So Consumer Crowns. Let's go Queen's Impling and Queen's Impling. So here, first of all, we're gonna try the basic setup of having Shield Steward, playing all the units here. What do we get? Okay, I think we still have enough. Let's see. I want to play the Fledging Imp first, though, to get that rage. Because rage is going to be the most important thing, I want to get it here as well. There we go. And now we just do this. Yeah, we're fine. And there we go. And I think this is the absolute best score you could get. Because we didn't waste a single gold. Maybe no, I think the Imp in a Box made up for itself for its own cost with sacrifices. So yeah, 60,300. So that is just a little more than this guy. But to do that, you see how optimized this run is? And I just did 45 more gold than 22 Cruel. So 22 Cruel, eat this, bro. I made a better score than yours. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Bye-bye.